See, if I built up Scaling Creative from the very beginning to be nothing but me, and I have to shoot and I have to edit, and all my clients knew that, well, when I started this new venture in with the Oddly Satisfying pressure washing, well, I'd have no chance to even pursue it because of the fact that I'd obviously be locked down to having to do video and only be able to do video. And then my time cannot be anywhere else other than that, and that limits my overall income potential as a personal brand in the first place. What's up, my friends? Hope you're doing fantastic. It's gonna be a super busy week, starting with today, but going all week, so strap in. It's gonna be fun. Every time I take caps off, I always put them like this, and then with the lens cap here, and then I put them in the case so that you can see them, you know, instead of looking for them all the time. One of the trickiest things about right now is that with the pressure washing business in general, I'm kind of the one that's doing the majority of the cleanings, obviously the quoting and all that, because it's a new business and I don't have a full-time employee yet. But I have to kind of weigh that with the fact that I can't always be available to do the work because obviously I have another business to run as well, but I also have to be available to do all the work to actually make the business grow, because in a service-based business, that's the biggest thing right now, is if you can really get to people quickly, quote people quickly, and do the work quickly, that's how you really win in the service-based business. So it's this tricky balance of like, I don't really ever have specific time devoted to the pressure washing company, but because the fact that I own my time and I own what I do with my time, I kind of can be available at any given point, other than when I specifically know that I'm filming, like I was this morning. So it's just nonstop back and forth of at any given time I might go do a property. I might have to just do something entirely different. I might quote, I might send invoices. I don't know, it's all over the place, day by day. It's the way I like to roll that. Okay, that sounds good. I'll call you if anything changes, but that should be good. I'm headed that direction now, so I should be able to get there around that time. If 3:30 at the latest, I would think. All right, Ron. Thank you, sir. He said, I said, how about now? He said, oh, yeah, let's do it. Shut. What it's about, people. You see, I think the whole idea of juggling multiple businesses and multiple responsibilities and multiple priorities just comes down to just trying to decide in real time what's most important at that exact time. I've been fortunate enough that I built Scaling Creative to a point where I don't have to be a part of everything that's going on there. I don't do much of the editing, and I do some of the shooting, but not all of it. I'll send my team, if needed, to a shoot without me if I need to do something else. And right now, one of my biggest priorities is this new pressure washing company, because of the fact that I really want to build another sustainable business, and this one I feel like I can grow much quicker than Scaling Creative and actually scale even easier with multiple employees. So I have to balance that. That means that I'll spend a little bit less time at Scaling Creative right now and a little bit more time in the pressure washing. But at the same time, it's also just a temporary thing, because as soon as I start to hire people and put together the resources and the training, someone will operate those and I'll be able to move on and continue to do something else as well. That's what I'm doing. As you can see, I changed outfits, and I'm now headed to a job because I got an offer for a quote, and I like to quote and try to knock things out right away, because that's how I think I'll win in this business. So that's what I'm doing, filling up with gas, headed to a quick little job. See, one of the biggest reasons I always tell people to attempt to build companies that do not revolve around you and even like your name, like having it be your, Scott McKenna Video Productions or Scott McKenna Media, is that anything that has my name in the title kind of really needs to be me, or else people don't think they're getting the same experience. Scaling Creative has built a reputation with even the clients we currently have that regardless who shows up to the shoots, they will get the same service at the same quality
and that's what they've come to expect, and that's super, super important. I think sometimes we can let our ego get in the way, like I've talked about before, where we feel like no one can do it as good as we can, and so because of that, we end up always doing everything ourselves, but then we never have the opportunity to actually pivot on anything else because, well, they're expecting you to be there. See, if I built up Scaling Creative from the very beginning to be nothing but me, and I have to shoot and I have to edit, and all my clients knew that, well, when I started this new venture in with the Oddly Satisfying pressure washing, well, I'd have no chance to even pursue it because of the fact that I'd obviously be locked down to having to do video and only be able to do video. And then my time cannot be anywhere else other than that, and that limits my overall income potential as a personal brand in the first place. And that's exactly my goal with the pressure washing. Have it start to run, hire people to work it, and then see what my next venture is. That's part of being an entrepreneur and just hustling and going after new and exciting opportunities. Never build things entirely around yourself, or else they always have to be you forever. And I don't like that kind of pressure. I like teamwork. All right, and just like that, wrapped up the job. It took about 2 hours, went really, really good. Took a little longer than expected because it was kind of a little bit more concrete than I thought, but regardless, great job. Just before 7 o'clock, a little later going home than I normally do, but that's all part of it. Sometimes you gotta grind, sometimes you have to be out later. Luckily, I have an amazing wife that understands all this craziness that I call entrepreneurship, so. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, this was another day in the life of me. Hope you enjoyed it, and talk to you tomorrow, all right? Keep crushing it.